Since my last discussion about Gotrek and Felix, I have received lots of mails to get into the 40K universe. And I thought, okay, well, I barely know my lore on Warhammer Fantasy as it is. Am I really going to get myself involved in the 40K universe? But I ended up stumbling across the Ciaphas Cain series. And I found the story of Cain so bloody fascinating. It really has the whole Freudian archetype package. So this is basically the story of Ciaphas Cain, the so-called hero of Imperium. I mean, when you first run into the story of Cain, he actually explains that he has no desire whatsoever to be a hero. In fact, he wants nothing more than just to sit and relax by his desk and enjoy this tea called Tana. And Cain even mentioned that in his stories, that he doesn't feel like he deserves the honor of being praised as some sort of hero, but he does it anyways because A, he doesn't want to be executed for fleeing combat, and B, he wants to keep the morale of his troops high. So when you first read the story of Cain, most would make a simple assumption that Cain is a bloody coward with a strong case of imposter syndrome. And I thought about Ciaphas Cain a lot because this is something that I would see a lot with some of my past clients as a clinical psychologist. Like most of us, when we go out and interact with the world, we put on some sort of a mask or a show per se. No one really show their entire self to the public. I mean, you see this in dating all the time, where the men would say or do things to impress the woman, let's say, and to a degree, we could even consider that a form of imposter syndrome as well, making yourself look more successful than you actually are. But with Cain, it is so much more different. Unlike most heroes that you would see in mythology or comic books, where they show nothing but stoicism. With Cain, you get the complete opposite. You get this hero that is fragile and scared, as he would like nothing more than to leave the situation behind for others to deal with. He is the hero that is afraid and barely hold on to the situation and sticks in because the alternative is death. And this is what I teach students about the hero's journey. That the people you admire are the people who are brave in the face of adversities, no matter what they face. I mean, for crying out loud, Cain faced a bloody orc war boss and came out on top. Can you say the same for yourself? And the thing is that we have no idea what the upper limit to Cain is, because we know that you grow in proportion to the weight you take on voluntarily. Commissars can do some remarkable things. And because Cain took on remarkable challenges, Cain's development was forced by necessities. He was forced by necessity to grow beyond himself. And who knows what the limit to him even is.